In this video, I am going to do something different here. You've all heard me talk about not being an engineer, but I do understand a little bit about math. And what inspired this video is that I came across a situation where someone had stacked two 2x6 on top of each other to create a floor joist. And it looked like they nailed two vertical 2x4s, about 1/3 of the span to connect the boards together. So I went in and I asked AI if it could figure out the strength of these boards to see if it would actually work. And here's the math formula. I'm not going to go into it too much, but the moment of inertia that we're looking for, I equals B, the base width of the beam, D, the depth or height of the beam. And because the depth is cubed, the height of the board or beam is going to make it a lot stronger. So let's go ahead and look at a single 2x12 first. It's going to result in a 178 number, and with a 2x6 setting side by side. And it looks like they are fastened together. We're going to end up with 41.6 and a strength of over 4 times less. And if we stack them on top of each other, we're going to end up with the same thing because we do not have them bonded together. And if we could bond them together with some type of an adhesive, or by adding materials to the side of the 2x6, we could make it stronger, but at the same time, we're going to be adding more weight to these materials. And the verdict is basically because the depth carries so much more mathematical weight than the width. A single 2x12 has roughly 4.25 times the load-bearing stiffness of two 2x6s, and creating a problem for this to pass inspection. And that led me to my next question. I was wondering what a 2x4, 2x6, 2x8, and so on would represent. And here are the numbers. You can take a look at them. And you can simply see by adding 2 more inches to the vertical height of these materials, you're going to increase the strength of them significantly. Next up, I went ahead and asked what laminated veneer lumber would be. And since we're using the same formula, the results didn't seem to vary much. So I was under the impression that an LVL would increase significantly, but using the math formula where we take the base and the depth, we're not changing much. For example, if I had a piece of lumber that was 1.75 inches by 9.5 inches, it's going to provide me with the same number for an LVL as it would for a solid piece of Douglas fir lumber. And the same is going to hold true for the I-joist. So you can see here where the numbers aren't that far off for the measurements and for the loading. And another thing that AI came up with would be the fact that it's not going to resist bending very well. So if we have a load on the lumber, it is going to shift. Whereas if we have a solid piece of material, it's not going to be slipping in between like the two separate boards would be if they were stacked on top of each other. And like I said earlier, if we could connect these boards together with structural adhesive and continuous fastening, then we might be able to create a built-up beam. However, that beam could be exposed to failure if the glue bond breaks, and that's why building codes rarely accept it for primary floor joist without a sign-off from a structural engineer. And don't forget that just because a structural engineer approves something doesn't mean that your local building code authorities and engineers are going to approve it. And I couldn't leave you without one final word of advice. By now, some of you who know a lot about building materials are wondering why this math formula produces the information it produces when the LVL is the ultimate winner, the I-joist is number 2, and the 2x12 Douglas fir comes in last place out of the 3. And of course, we have load capacity over here and deflection resistance over here. And keep in mind that this is a comparison. It might not be accurate 100%, but it was created with AI. And if we move the span, we increase the span, we can see some of these numbers change along with the point loading if we have a heavy point load. And to give you an idea, I pushed this switch here, and at one point, the 2x12 was actually better or stronger than the I-joist. So let's not rely on this chart 100% or forget that the main reason I made this video was because I came across another video that had two 2x6s vertically stacked on top of each other, and that research led to the rest of the information in this video. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let us know by hitting the thumbs up button or letting us know in the comment area.